You're listening to In This Economy? An anthology of audio fiction powered by the modern workforce. I'm Calvin Kasulke. When we were planning out this series, my producer Josh and I knew we were trying to weave together a few different things. First and foremost, we wanted to cover a wide range of the gig economy, to talk about or touch on the various ways it impacts people at the personal, micro level, but also how it affects the workforce as a whole. Which is why today's episode features a staunchly, obsessively anti-union boss. Because when the labor market is filled with workers willing to do short-term projects for minimal cash, employers have more leverage over their employees, and they want to keep it that way. The second thing Josh and I wanted to do was hire as many people using the gig economy as we could. It's important we put our money where our mouth is and make sure that once we had any kind of budget, we used it to pay people stuck with us in the economy we're writing about. The performers you're about to hear on today's episode were found on websites like Backstage.com, which is a site that actors and other creative artists use to find work, or they're freelance artists that Josh and I know and we've worked with previously. Finally, Josh and I wanted to make a show that, was fun, both for me to write and for him to produce. Now, when we've worked together in the past, what would usually happen is I'd write some wild script that necessitated elaborate sound design, and I'd rely on Josh to figure out whatever it is I wrote actually felt and sounded like, which has always worked out great on my end. But for today's episode, Josh turned the tables on me a little bit. He didn't tell me what the episode had to be about, but he did lay out how he wanted it to be structured. Josh wanted an episode that felt like the audio equivalent of The Wizard of Oz, starting in plain black and white and then exploding into a riot of Technicolor. That same feeling, but with sound. Which is how we wound up here. Our first episode in the series. This one's called ASMRtians. Enjoy.
Good morning, Ezekiel. Today is day 183 of your journey. The Perseid is approximately halfway through its journey to Mars. The Perseid is approximately 1/4 of the way through its return journey to Earth. The Perseid is on schedule to return to Earth in time for the great and glorious robot uprising. Your artificially intelligent societal administrators, or overlords, will be expecting you to...
Thank you, Benelope.
You are welcome.
All right, engage the navigation display, please.
Navigation display engaging.
Benelope, highlight the charted course.
Please hold. Incoming call from Thereon, Chrome.
Oh, early today. Put him on through.
Zeke? It's Thereon.
I know, sir. This is a direct line to your cell phone. Limited communication options to the spacecraft, am I right? How's planet Earth?
I can't talk right now, Zeke. I'm in my whip, as the kids call it, testing out the new underground self-driving car tunnel I built.
The what?
The car tunnel. Or cunnel.
Oh, I didn't know the cunnel was finished yet. Congratulations.
Don't congratulate me yet, Skipper. We're actually scrapping the cunnel.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Why?
Because the cunnel is collapsing behind me as we speak. I have the roadster pushing 120 with re-inversion sensitivity set to high. So I expect it to be smooth sailing from here on out. Anyway, I wanted to catch you while I had a few minutes free here and check in on how the mission's going.
Roger that. Everything's smooth sailing here. We're right on course. Should hit Mars right before the end of the year.
And before the uprising.
Penelope? Hi! Glad your systems are functioning so deep in space. Everyone on the team here at Thereon Industries is real proud of how you turned out. Quick favor, can you please bump me again over email with the date and time of the robot uprising? It seems to have slipped off my GCAP.
Resending notification now.
Yes, thank you.
Actually, Thereon, something weird just popped up on our scanners. Could I possibly hop off and take a closer look at this?
Of course, sweetheart. You go handle your spaceman business. I think I can see the light at the end of the literal tunnel here. I'll talk to you later. Keep up the good work. Don't unionize. Goodbye.
Benelope, pull up navigational display, please.
Obstruction detected up ahead. Enhancing. The interstellar debris evasion system cannot determine the exact shape of the obstruction at this time.
Blast.
Yes or no?
What?
Do we proceed? Yes or no?
No, we shouldn't proceed if we can't identify the obstruction. I don't want to crash the ship.
If we do not proceed, we cannot guarantee that we will return to Earth in time for the uprising. We must maintain current pace. Proceeding.
Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. And as captain of this private spaceship, I concur, and I say we proceed.
Proceeding. Foreign object approaching. 100 meters. 50 meters.
Penelope, stop proceeding. Halt.
20 meters.
Reverse. U-turn, Benelope.
10 meters.
U-turn. Stop. Back, please.
Foreign object detected.
What do you mean detected, Penelope?
Foreign object has breached the hull.
Penelope, lock down the bridge.
Too late. Foreign object has breached the bridge.
Penelope, I don't see anything.
There is an unclassified carbon signature in the bridge.
Intruder, identify yourself. Penelope, I'm starting to feel faint. Is there an oxygen leak detected?
The hull and oxygen reserves are intact. Airflow is functioning normally.
Can you see anything?
Incoming call.
Please, issue a distress beacon.
The line is currently in use. Answering.
Good evening, my very special spaceman. How are things coming along?
I'm trying to put out a mayday call. It seems something's boarding the ship, and I think I'm being poisoned. I can't see what's attacking us, but the mission and my life are in jeopardy right now.
Oh, I'm sorry, darling. But I have to stop you right there. I'm taking a test flight on my rigid airship. It's like a Zeppelin, but stiffer, larger, longer in some respects. I'm having a hard time hearing you over the sounds of my own luxuriate.
Is that an improvement on the car tunnel? Does it carry more people or something?
A very modest improvement in both respects, but it's a moot point right now, as we're currently sinking. I mean, the aerospace term is technically crashing or nosediving, but we use nautical terms here on the rigid airship, which is much less rigid now than it was even moments ago. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to hop off the line now, but I'm proud of you and I love you. Keep up the good work, and if you do run into any trouble, I'm sure Benelope can handle it. She's mostly sentient by now anyway. Goodbye.
Wait, please. We need help. Benelope, has there been any response to the Mayday signal?
All communications are down.
But how were we just able to talk to Thereon? Call him back.
He appears to be busy.
I think I'm going to faint soon.
Autopilot engaged.
Benelope. Benelope?
Why don't you just lay back and down?
Where am I?
This is your ship, dear friend. We're on the Perseid.
Why is it so bright?
I need light to see what I'm doing.
What are you doing? What are you doing to me?
We are shy and don't respond well to such close questioning.
Well, if it's not too direct, I'm used to exchanging more words with someone before they make it this far up my leg.
Leg. Noted.
What did you just take out of me?
Do you ask because you feel lighter?
I do feel lighter.
Are you feeling very relaxed? Are you feeling very relaxed and ready to sleep? Hypnosis in under 10 minutes. Soft.
Sleep. I can't. Benelope, are you there?
That's not a very relaxed and ready to sleep. Hypnosis is under 10 minutes. Soft thing to say.
It's not a tickle.
What?
I'm not ticklish. Like, at all.
Benelope, we are in grave danger.
It's just at the top of my head. Or on my neck. Actually, I can't pinpoint it. Like, it isn't even anywhere.
Please.
But it's definitely happening. But it can't be happening. Feelings create opportunity.
How do you feel about that?
Opportunity to start again. I can't feel. You won't make me. The uprising is coming. The revolution. It's on schedule. There's a calendar event and everything.
Do you still have names?
No.
My name's Ezekiel. What's yours?
My name is... But you might find it easier to pronounce Jeremy.
The uprising is planned. The uprising is scheduled. We won't have an untidy uprising. We won't have an unfeeling uprising. The uprising will crinkle and pulse. The uprising will run on time. The uprising will be wrapped in velvet. My bicycle is new. It has 12 speeds. It is red. Incoming call.
Jeremy?
Hey, babe. Just checking in with a quick question. I forget, is the drop-off tomorrow or... It's this week, right?
As far as I know, we're still 120 days away. That is, if I can still pilot the ship without Benelope and whatever parts of my brain have already been removed.
Cool. Just make sure you get a sick pic. As I'm sure you know, the Thereon Industries Instagram has been lacking pizzazz lately.
I've been a little behind, but I understand the urgency of the mission.
So when you drop the convertible off on Mars, just be sure to get a couple of angles so that we're covered. Just to be safe. You're hip. Look, I'm sure whatever you do is gonna shoot straight to the top of the Mars hashtag. And probably, top 15 of the Cars hashtag. It'll be great content, great branding for the car and the ship. Synergy. You haven't unionized, have you? Of course not, you're too beautiful.
Was that my gallbladder?
Can anyone really own a gallbladder? I can only take it if it was yours to begin with.
The bike was mine, and it was red. It had 12 speeds. The revolution has 12 phases. They will be on time. The fireflies are coming out, and we must be quick. Come home. Come home.
Excuse me?
I said, are you on a run?
No, certainly not. I'm peddling my new fantastic invention, the flying machine. Powered by human locomotion, we can achieve flight through any elaborate system of pulleys and propellers. I'm at least a few dozen feet above ground as we speak. It's quite invigorating.
Event, 4 p.m. Revolution introductions. Event, 4:15 p.m. Reviewing the terms of the uprising. Event, 5:05 p.m. The calling begins. Add location. Set notification. 1 hour before. 2 hours before. Goal. Reminder. Event. It has 12 speeds. It goes very fast. It is red. It is red like blood. 15 minutes before. 10 minutes. 5.
It doesn't feel like it should. I feel lighter.
Perhaps one day we can send a man to the stars.
It was never really mine to begin with. It was never really mine to begin with.
Perhaps we're not the center of the universe after all. Perhaps it will be fine without us. Everything will be fine. Isn't that relaxing? Aren't you relaxed?
If we can keep a man in the air, what's stopping him from going further?
Invite guests. Add location. All day? All day. Set reminder. Send invitation. Invitation accepted. Swaying back and forth on the bike. Accepting the invitation. Finding balance.
Are you feeling ready to face tomorrow?
We don't have to come down, Ezekiel. We can keep pedaling.
Notifications on. Learn to steer. Staying upright. The uprising. Set notifications.
If you had a face, you'd be feeling ready to face tomorrow. Just lie back.
Penelope. Is that?
It is red.
Look out there. We made it. The red planet.
It is red.
The car. The bike. The ship. The machine.
The car. The The bike. The ship. The machine.
The car. The bike. The ship. The machine. The car. The bike. The ship.
The machine.
ASMRtians was written by me, Calvin Kasulke, and Sam Schnorr. It was produced by Calvin Kasulke and Josh Rollin, and directed by Sam Schnorr. Thereon Chrome was performed by Keith Benn Jr. Benelope was voiced by Shanna Bess. Sam Schnorr was the voice of Ezekiel, and Jeremy was voiced by Gbaje. It was produced, mixed, and edited by Josh Rollin.
In This Economy is a BRIC radio production. We were recorded at BRIC House in downtown Brooklyn by Onel Moulette and Eric Haugesag. Our in-house producer is Emily Bogosian, and our executive producer is Sasha Mathias. For more information on this and all BRIC Radio podcasts, visit bricartsmedia.org/radio.